Konnichiwa, Marbutakus, I'm Game Otaku, and welcome back to another God Guide. So today, we are going to be doing Zeus. Zeus's passive is Overcharge. Zeus's basic attacks apply a charge on enemies hit, stacking to a max of 3 charges per enemy. Zeus's basics will also do increased damage to charged enemies. Zeus's first ability is Chain Lightning. This is a line ability that will deal damage to the first enemy hit. This ability will then proceed to chain to nearby enemies, dealing damage and applying a charge. Zeus's second ability is Aegis Assault. This ability will deal damage to all enemies within the circle when the shield lands. For the following 5 seconds, Zeus may hit the shield with either a basic attack or Chain Lightning. Doing this will deal additional damage and apply a charge to all enemies within the circle. Also, if this ability is hit by Chain Lightning, it will chain nearby enemies. Zeus's third ability is Detonate Charge. This ability will detonate all charged enemies, dealing damage based on the number of charges that enemy had. Zeus's ultimate is Lightning Storm. This is an AoE ability that will deal damage repeatedly to all enemies inside the circle. This ability will also apply a charge each time it deals damage to an enemy. Alright, so Zeus's combos are actually really simple. They all rely off of his 3. You have to, you don't have to, but most of his damage is going to come from the 3, so you're going to just want to do anything possible to get those charges and just blow them the hell up, whether that is the ultimate, the 2, and the 1, and then, you know, blow them up. Or, if you don't have the ultimate, I mean, you can just do this simply. This is the combo you would use to clear wave, is the 2, 1, maybe the 3 to clear the wave. I mean, pretty much everything just relies off of, you know, getting those charges. The main combo, as I just said, is pressing 2, hitting it with the 1, and then if you have the 3 up, or you just don't want to use it, then obviously don't use it. But so yeah, 2, 1, and then bam, and you know, obviously the ultimate. So that is about it for the combos. We're gonna jump on over to the pros and cons. Okay, Zeus has a lot of pros and very few cons. However, I want to point out that Zeus's cons are so major to the point that it's probably the biggest reason why he is not currently meta in Smite right now. So just kind of keep that in mind when we get to the cons. But Zeus's pros are the fact that he has really high burst damage and high team fight damage. He has his single target damage pretty much. Zeus can 100-0 somebody with his 2-1-3 combo. And the fact that his 1 will chain the lightning to enemies, like the lightning will chain from your allies. Say you're getting hit by Zeus's 1, it'll chain to your allies and make it even more difficult. His ultimate is a big thing that can help in team fight damage, especially like say Zeus on top of an Odin ult. People are trapped in there to die. And then, as I just mentioned, Lightning Chain, it chains to the enemies and makes it really relevant in team fights. And then with Zeus's 3, it makes pretty good kill secure. Say you have a charge on somebody, they're getting away, and your detonate comes off cooldown. They're gonna die. So Zeus has a lot going for him when it comes to all that, but the biggest reason that Zeus isn't too great is the fact that we're going to jump on over to the cons, and it is because he has no mobility, and I'm pretty sure Zeus is actually the slowest god in the game. And as we're all aware, mobility is kind of a big thing in Smite. Sure, there's a lot of gods that don't have mobility that are really good in Smite currently, but mobility does kind of affect whether you're going to get away or catch up to a team fight or something like that. And just to add on top of the fact that he has no mobility, he is, I'm pretty sure, the slowest god in the game. So Zeus is not only not going to move faster because of any abilities, but he's going to take his sweet-ass time strolling down memory lane to get to the team fight. He's not going to get there very quickly. I think, honestly, if Hi-Rez buffed his movement speed and obviously nerfed the damage, which they should never have buffed to begin with, I think he could actually be somewhat more relevant in competitive. Also, I forgot to put this on the little list thing that I put on screen, but Zeus doesn't have fantastic wave clear at the beginning of the game, so that is kind of a con. So that's another reason why he's not very good, because his early game kind of sucks dick when it comes to wave clears. But anyways, yeah, so we are gonna just jump on over to the order in which you should level your abilities. I go my 1, however your 2 is also viable option for your first ability to unlock at level 1 if you're playing Conquest. The 1 is, in my opinion, a little bit better because it chains. Obviously, you can't do anything off of that because you don't have Detonate. But if you want to go to the 2, obviously you can throw it in the middle wave and just keep smacking it, and it'll keep hitting the minions. It's really up to you, but from there, you're going to pretty much max your 3, then your 1, then your 2, then your ultimate. And the reason I say the 3 is because, as we just mentioned before, that is going to pretty much be your kill secures and your just 100 to 0 on people. The 1, yeah, it does a lot of damage and it chains to people, but you really don't need to max that immediately. And that is about it, so we're going to jump on over to the build. Alright, so Zeus, you just kind of build him like any old mage, except there is kind of a catch here. Well, if you're going on the Conquest perspective, I would recommend Vampiric. Yeah, Zeus is kind of a huge mana whore when it comes to his abilities, but if you don't use all 3 of your abilities, like I mentioned in the combo, on the wave, you should be fine. And obviously you're going to want to get a mana chalice for your start, just so that way you're not wasting a bunch of money on mana pots. But anyways, so next item is Shoes of the Magi. You can go cooldown boots, but I feel like Shoes of the Magi just kind of gives you that early power start to keep Zeus kind of somewhere in the game. And then I go Shaman's Ring. Most people probably wouldn't agree with this item, but I feel like on Zeus this is just a really good item, and it's relatively cheap, so starting it early isn't too bad. That way you can have the stacks pretty early and be online around mid game. And then I go Bancroft and then Obsidian Shard, and then Chronos Pen for the cooldown, and then Rod of Tahuti. Then for optional items that other people use, Gem of Iso, because Zeus already has a slow, but slow him with any ability, why not? Spirit of Desolation, just because this is a really popular item with how much power it gives. However, I just want to say this, do not just buy this item. Don't ever buy Spirit of Desolation just for penetration. It's only 20 pen. It's not going to be anything in the late game. Obshard is your best choice for penetration, or Spear the Magus, but I feel like that's just not as good on Zeus. And then Book of Thoth or Warlock Sash. If you want to stack, you could probably switch this out for Shaman's Ring. Book of Thoth for the mana utility, or Warlock Sash for the health utility. Do not build both of these items, as I mentioned in the Explain It video 2 days ago. But anyways, that is it for Zeus's build. If I missed any items or you want to tell me your build, feel free to comment down below. But thanks for watching. Don't forget to leave a like and or subscribe for your senpai, and comment below what god I should do next and if this god guide was helpful to you. And I'll see you, Brotakus, in the next video. See ya!